Hello everyone and welcome to another Baldur's Gate draft. There is a mythic rare here. Blood Money isn't that great because it's a symmetrical wrath effect that costs 7 mana. Yes, you get some treasures, but you would need to be like a very controllish deck with card draw and stuff to actually have something to still cast in your hand after you have first gone to 7 mana. So I don't think I'm gonna take it, mostly because there's also very decent uncommon here. Now this is a aura-based removal, but you at least get a creature out of this, even if the opponent can, let's say, sacrifice the creature for value or something like that. I think this imprisonment is just easily the best pick in here, and I'm not too concerned about rare or mythic rare completing the set. I think I'm gonna get there anyway before the Dominaria United releases, so I'm not too pressured to pick every mythic rare I see. Other cards in this pack are just nowhere near enough the power level of this removal spell, so let's take that. And here, well, someone took the rare. Could be a bum rare or could be just a rare drafter. This pack has obviously nice cards still. There's a Grim Bounty and there's Viconia. I do think the Viconia is the better card, and it's the best card in the pack, so I will take that. There's only one white card, of course. I wouldn't take. I don't know what white card that is not quite as good as Viconia would I pick over the Viconia Hate. It's only a pick 2, so there's no guarantee I will be able to draft even white here, so it's just the best idea to take the best card out of the pack, so I'm gonna take it, and let's see where the draft takes me. Okay, so nothing really good from white or black. There are decent red cards, I think. I'm not quite sure would I take the Rabble Rouser or the Improvised Weaponry at this stage of the draft. You don't want to have too many of these, but you might also have a lot of 2-drops in the end, so maybe the Rabble Rouser might be a little bit, not that great of a pick 3 even necessarily. But I think the best card in the pack is the Olba Shepherd, and I will take that. It's a card drawing machine, and when you're playing green, it's fairly easy to get to 8 power. Depends a bit on your, the other color, of course, but I'm gonna take it now because it's just the best card. I don't care about the fact that it is yet a new color to my draft pile here, and this is a funny pack as well because this actually has some decent white options. Not sure which of these I would actually want to take, but I can also take a Dragon's Fire, which is the best card in the pack. Could be a signal that red is going to be at least somewhat open. There's some green too, both the Innkeeper. The Innkeeper is very nice. Gnoll Hunter usually goes quite late. I like the card personally, but maybe green decks want to be a little bit more ramp focused, which means this is not such a good card in those decks. It's better in aggressive decks, but I think I'll just take the Dragon's Fire. Who knows, maybe my next pick will be blue. I have now 4 different colors, but it would be awkward to not pick the Dragon's Fire and then have red be very open, and then I'm like, why didn't I take the best card out of that pack? Alright, so now it's pretty... it starts to seem like that black won't be open, Viconia will be abandoned. There's a gate. I would take this gate over these other red cards. Well, this is not red, but basically goes to a red deck. And then there's a Red Linorm, which I would take out of these green cards. I think the Red Linorm is so good that I'm gonna take it. Yeah, I like the gate, but this is very powerful, and I have the Shepherd, which is also very strong. So let's see if green is open enough that I can draft that color. Now there's a Valor Singer from red. There is a Bone Collar Cleric from black. Viconia is like a slightly better than Dragon's Fire. Because now I don't know. This is actually a tough one. It seems like red will be a little bit more open than black. I'll take the Valor Singer because I think it's quite decent still. Yeah, this has no black cards, this pack, so it was just a couple of playable black 2-drops there. the Baldur goal was the other one, but that was some kind of an anomaly. Black isn't open and white isn't open either, so I can just continue with the red-green plan here. I'll take the Hobgoblin Captain over these other two cards, although these both are, you know, playable cards, but I think I want to secure my 2-drops here, so let's do that exact thing. And Fireball, Warriors of Tiamat, Young Red Dragon. I'll take the Fireball out of these options. And Ethercap, Warriors of Tiamat, interesting choice. Oh, there's also the Great Blue Common that I have had pretty good success with. When I have had some blue decks, the Rimeshield Frost Giant has often been a crucial card in them. Well, I'm not taking a blue card, but I have it. You know, I have 0 blue cards in this deck now. So I think I like the defensive card a little bit more in this kind of deck, rather than the, you know, the 5 mana 4/2. Oh, very nice. Also defensive, but also offensive card. Yeah, I like to have these come back together. Sticking to red was obviously the correct choice. As you can see, I still get the improvised weaponry, which I kind of considered picking when I saw it in pick number 3, maybe, was it that? Alright, War Color isn't that amazing in red and green, but neither is the Giant Fire Beetles, but I still think the Fire Beetles is the better option. It's also a card I could see cutting. Barbarian, I guess the only color combination it might be playable is red-green with a lot of expensive stuff. I'm picking it, but it's most likely going to be cut. And this pack doesn't make me want to pick any white or black, I don't think, so I will cut the Imprisonment and Viconia. Now, I should keep in mind that I have basically only 2. The Ethercap is, I mean, could be even a sideboard card. I have 2 green cards. I like them both quite a bit, but I could still be red with something else than green. Now this pack doesn't, I mean, it has like a Vampire Spawn. With Viconia, I could still be red and black. It's a possibility, but maybe because I'm not taking the follow the tracks here. But the Craving of Yeenoghu, well, it's maybe red-green kind of ramp focus deck, which this, you know, might not even be. Okay, this is such a good card. I'm gonna take it here. I've had so much success with this card. It also works with the Obersefer quite well because it does add 3 power to your board. Yeah, I'll take that, and I still, you know, keep in mind that I could be red-white or red-black if I can, you know, follow. I have these 2 good cards from black and white, so I could, I mean, assuming I would get something worth picking from those colors, I could easily move that direction, but this pack has quite bad cards, in fact. Alright, I don't think I'm taking the Pegasus Guardian. I don't think it's even that great of a card. It's okay, playable, but I would rather have the 7/6, or maybe even the red common, that's a 6/6. Alright, I'll take the Inspiring Bard for, you know, curve reasons as well. I could take a 4-drop there. And here, should I play 2 of these Craving of Yeenoghu's? Well, I think I'm not that interested in the Inspiring Bard as well. Now there is a Super Plague. It's not quite too late to move black into black, but problem is black wasn't that open in pack 1, and it's possible I don't get, you know, much black in pack 3 either. So let's take 2 of these, see, and now I can definitely move it to some kind of an aggressive deck. I actually would like to have the Null Hunter. It's quite good with double Craving of Yeenoghu. It's in fact pretty darn good, but how could I pass an Ambergris? Now let's see the mana curve. 1, 2, yeah. This is a really tough one, because this is of course miles better card than the Null Hunter, but if I want to be an aggressive deck with double Cravings, I need 2-drops, and this does combine very well with them. As crazy as it sounds, I think I'm taking this. I want to secure my 2-drops, and I'm gonna take it over Ambergris, as crazy as it sounds. I think that is the correct decision there. Well, I wouldn't have done that pick if it wasn't. I don't want to risk. I also want to, you know, cut this thing from my deck. Alright, so the Rabble Rouser, or there's a Mirum, which is splashable for these colors. Do I have other treasure generating other than, you know, the improvised weaponry? Not yet. I could take some fixing though. I mean, this is amazing. It is a really good one. The Rabble Rouser is good too, but okay, I'm gonna take this because there's a chance I get to splash it. Follow the tracks here being the peak. If it would enable that splash, but then again there's another rebel rouser here, which, I mean, I already took 1 2-drop and I don't have enough of them. Okay, I think I might be able to get something like follow the tracks later in the pack or in pack 3. So let's take the 2-drop now. And here, Fire Beetle's Inspiring Bard. I have only, wait a minute, only 2 4-drops. And I have some 3-drops, and I don't think the Fire Beetles is that amazing. It is good, of course, with the Craving of Yeenoghu, like most cards actually. But I might just take this Inspiring Bard to have a little bit of stabilizing power there. I take the Hobgoblin Captain now, because this is also very good with the Craving. It becomes a 6 power first striker by itself. You don't need any other creatures. Just this aura and the Captain here. Okay, so let's take it here now. And improvised weaponry and follow the tracks. Interesting. How many ramp? I don't actually have anything too much to ramp into. I do take the improvised weaponry here because I don't plan to splash anything else than the 1 blue card, and then treasure-based splashing makes sense. Of course, I might still get another blue, some kind of a bomb, but for now I have nothing from blue I would want to splash other than the dragon. Alright, let's take this for the sideboard. And yeah, I'm never playing these cards. I'll take the uncommon. I'll take the uncommon over the better card, which was the undersimplify. Sure. Okay, so I definitely don't have a lot of green here. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and of course the medium is green too. I could even be a mono red deck if I really wanted to, but I think the green has enough power to you know, play those cards. I'm pretty sure. There's also very good black uncommon here. I could take the gate to tumble down, but I don't know really. Okay, I don't think the cards in this pack are that amazing, so I'll take the gate to tumble down right now. Cast down also splashable, but I don't think I'm gonna splash cards from 2 different colors. There is another Old Bear Shepherd. There's also the Hail Giant Herd Gorger, which is pretty decent, especially with a couple of treasure generating cards with the Old Bear. I don't know which is more important. This is unlikely to come back to me at pick number 10. This is unlikely to come back as well. Okay, I think I'll take the Shepherd. It's the cheaper card. I can get maybe some other 6-drops, and it's not like I need absolutely more 6-drops. Here I can take the band together. And okay, Green Bounty is this like the 3rd Green Bounty I pass in this draft? It doesn't matter, of course. I have a decent 2-drop here. And Dragon's Fire, well, sure. I can take it. Pick number 5. Yeah, red is super open in this draft. And then I have, unsurprisingly, more red cards. Well, I take the Rebel Rouser now. I found enough 2-drops, I think. Now, if I could choose to make this into Ambergris, I don't know. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 6 2-drops, 7 if I play the Reckless Barbarian, which I really don't want to play. It doesn't even help in the splash. Maybe if it did, I might consider it. Okay, well, here is a 6-drop that I could want to play. There is another copy of the Fireball, though. Huh. Okay, let's take the 6-drop, but not. Let's put to the main deck for now. Here I'll just won't be playing any of these, so I'll take the rare. Because I'm definitely not playing 2 of these Reckless Barbarians. Hopefully I will not play more than 0, so I'm gonna cut this. Actually, I'm gonna cut it right away, because I have here now, as you can see, 1, 2, that's 4, 6 2-drop creatures, and then there's 2 Dragon's Fires, which are playable on turn 2. Now there's a Young Dragon. It does make a treasure token, which it would help with the medium, but I really like the Arcane Archery. I feel like I want to have one of those in my deck. What are the cuts? This is 26 cards, not counting the land. So 3 cuts here. I think the Warriors of Tiamat is a cut, even though it does. I have 2 Dragon's Fire, so it's slightly something you could consider playing, but I don't think it's that important. Alright, so here I'll take a Cobalt Wall Caller and another Fireball. Man, yeah, I could have actually been mono red, but I don't know. I don't know about the medium either. Well, bounce spell. Maybe I want to splash it. Hobgoblin Captain this late. Oh man, and the 5 bills. I mean, I might have enough mono red cards to just cut anything that's not red, but I probably won't do that. Okay, so I think I will not splash the medium here. As you can see, this deck has a good game plan with early pressure and then some pump spells, and these auras here. Evasion. This also enables my attacks nicely. I don't think I need the Mirum here. This counts as a pump spell at 4. I have 1/6 drop in here. And this would be 27 cards still. Yep, that's a lot of cards. Do I want to play now all the improvised weaponries? Now that thing is that I'm not gonna need treasures for the splash. They can still be used for accelerating. I think I still can cut one from the main deck. I will sideboard in against decks that have mostly 1 or 2 toughness creatures. And then that's 7 2-mana creatures, which I like to have. Which of these 3-mana creatures do I not want to have? The Olber Shepherd, I think it's still good enough. I have actually, these things are 3 power, so it's not that hard to get to 8 total power, even though I don't have a lot of creatures with high amount of power. But I need still to make 3 cuts. I kind of like the barge here and enable my I can continue with the attacks thanks to the barge. Okay, this is tough. Maybe I just shouldn't play even the Earth Cult Elemental. I mean, if I don't play that, can I consider playing 16 lands? If I cut one more card here. I do like the double Fireball as a curve topper. If I count 1 5 builders, or maybe just another of these weaponries. Because I do have a double Dragon's Fire, a double Fireball, 1 band together, and some tricks. Yep, okay, I'm gonna cut that. And this is the main deck, 16 red and 8 green cards. It's a weird draft. It was a weird draft. I mean, I don't think picking this was a mistake. I could have easily gotten a different kind of deck which wants to ramp more, but this I didn't get any mechanics either, so now I'm just gonna play my 2 drops, my 3 drops, and then have the other cards support my early plays quite nicely, so these can clear space for attacks. This thing boosts temporarily my attackers. This is a combat trick nicely, and more removal. Yeah, I think this deck has decent enough game plan. The Shepherds might seem a bit annoying in this kind of deck when they are 3 mana 1 force, but darn, those have some strong card drawing power. They really do. So I'm gonna play them at least in the main deck. Maybe I will somehow sideboard them out if the matchup feels like somehow feels like that I don't need these, or they are actively bad in a matchup. But we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna play an 8/8 mana base. It's a bit risky, of course. I should maybe play 9 red sources. Yeah, actually I should, because I mean, not only do I have double the amount of red cards than green cards, but I also have the rabble rousers and the immolator here, which want me to have. They make me want to have more red sources than green. So yeah, okay, 7 forests. Well, I guess I need only 1. Don't even need to be double spelling green spells that often, so yeah, okay, I'll do that. 7 forests. Yeah, the mana base isn't great here. I don't know, it's a tough. I just don't want to cut any of these. It feels like all of these are, even the giant 5 builders, which is a card that's not always that great, but I'm going to be quite aggressive here, and these many creatures are you know, they are at least, they have some kind of an evasion. And one other thing about them is that they do introduce in the end 4 power to the battlefield in 1 card, which is nice with the Shepherds. So, yep, this is the main deck, and I actually should have 1 more mountain. So that's the main deck. Okay. I basically want to always hit my 2 drops. But I do have 7 creatures at 2 and 2 removal spells at 2, so 9 cards total that are castable at 2 mana. Opponent did mulligan, they are on the play. They kept 6, alright. Okay, this is a fine hand totally. Another red. Well, don't think I'm gonna attack with the captain. I'm assuming, well, I'm definitely not blocking here, but I assume they just play the 1-3. I'm not going to attack into that. Land would be nice, and I did it. So next turn I can play an Inspiring Bard, then this will have first strike. No? But of course they might have removal. Let's see if that happens first. Attack with 1, sure. Don't really care if they deal 1, and even better if they use money for these pumps. That's only 1 extra damage for 2 mana. So I mean, that means they don't have a 4-drop. Not even a 3-drop. They can have only a 2 mana spell or pump ability available for that. If they have a removal, they'd rather remove the Fire Beetles, so I'm going to pump the captain here. And then I got to get the double team. This has first strike, so they don't have a block currently. Because this has manis. They take 7. Okay. And I have land for the fireball. Okay, the fact that they basically did nothing on turn 4 was a big deal. Okay, well, now they have a 3rd color available. Maybe that changes things. Well, I can kill anything that's not a, you know, I don't think there's a lot of 5 mana 6 toughness creatures. Maybe some rares might be, but at 6 mana they might drop something I can't kill with the fireball. But I mean, if there's something very problematic that they will play, I might be able to kill it. Alright, so this says when it enters the battlefield, another target non-token creature gains double team until end of turn. When this thing attacks, conjure a duplicate of another target non-token. Okay, yeah, well, they weren't able to attack with this thing, so because, you know, I had a good block for it. What to do? I have options. These are 2 3s. So I don't think... I guess I can play another Bard and have the Fire Beetles be a 4-4. Then they can double block it. But I still get to kill one of these Rabble Roses. I could play a Valor Singer, but probably won't. If I draw a land, I can next turn double spell with another Beetles and the Valor Singer. Okay, let's play this. See what happens. Let's make the Beetles into a 4-4 and attack with everything that I can. I'm not that concerned about them attacking, because they would have to attack, yeah, with another creature too, and then they don't have a lot of blockers in that case. Okay, they just trade there. Yeah, they can trade with that thing too. The first striker is gonna kill one of them guys. And yeah, this is the... I didn't have a creep there, so that was just fantastic. They are down to 1-1-3. And I still have my fireball, but they might have like the 7-6. Or the red common also possible. 6-6 that I'd cut from my deck. But they only have a Tiefling Outcast, and they even had the double green for the green common, so that's something they certainly don't have. I think now it's time to play the Baldurs. This can be a 3-3, it can trade stuff, but I will pump the Beetles here. Attack for 6. And the Beetles can trade with the Rabble Rouser. They can double block it. Of course they can double block the Bard as well. I don't care. Well, they don't actually need to double block the Bard. They can just block with the Rabble Rouser, but then they take the 3 from the Beetles anyway. And then I can post-combat play this Hobgoblin Captain. Okay, they need something very good, and I still have my 5 spell here, which will deal 2 to them, assuming this spell resolves, so they are effectively at 4 and they just have nothing. I guess they mulligan to 6 and then flood it out. Alright, so does this change anything? The Rabble Rousers, okay, I saw mostly 3 toughness creatures, well, not counting the Outcast, so the improvised weaponries I have here, I'm not interested in sideboarding them in. Is there something I'm interested to sideboard out? Like the Hobgoblin Captain's not too amazing against the 1-3s, but I can make these have first strike, and I have 4 of these. There's no way I'm cutting, 4 of these 2-drops. So I think in the end, yeah, my deck is just in a pretty decent configuration already against them. Earth Cult Elemental. Red-green doesn't have good removal spells against high toughness creatures. Maybe like a Band Together would work. So this could be interesting, but I just don't want to cut anything here. That's the thing. So I'm not gonna cut anything. I also play only 16 lands in this configuration, so maybe it's wiser to not side in a 6-drop unless I also side in a 17th land. Alright, so hand is good if I draw any land in 2 draw steps, and then the Craving of Yeenoghu can make it very good. If I don't draw any land in 2 draw steps, and I guess I have 1 gate in the deck, so it's possible that I don't draw a land in my first draw step and then I draw the gate in my second draw step. Maybe it wouldn't be the end of the world even if I had a tapped land. This hand can be so good though if I just draw a land. I have 15 lands in the deck, 33 cards. Because I have 3 cards I can cast if I draw any land. Okay, I'm gonna keep it. Because I think it's such a nice hand if I can even miss the 3rd land drop a few times, especially now. But of course I'm in deep trouble if this happens. All right, and the least useful card is the Craving, which I can use that from the graveyard. It's still gonna be a +2/+1, but of course if I now finally, opponent didn't do anything either, so this is actually pretty decent. Not sure if I played, no, I think I don't need the double team anytime soon, so it's fine to play the 3-power creature. This deals only 3. Yeah, this is only +2/+1, so this is actually not so good. I'm gonna play another one of those. Those both will have first strike. And if I draw a forest, it's very good with the Arcane Archery. Because of course if a 3-1 first strike isn't that great against the 2-4, but they are not interested in blocking with this, but of course they might have like a no forest. Alright, so I did end up drawing 5 cards and only one of them was a land, so that's of course pretty bad. I do have a Dragon's Fire here, so I can attack, and because of the first strike it's not a 2-for-1. They do get to block, they only take 3 if they block, because I don't have Trample, but I won't lose the Hobgoblin Captain that gets blocked now, thanks to first strike. But they don't wanna fool around with that, and I will do this. This is a dragon, but it has only 2 power, so Dragon's Fire is not gonna kill any of this stuff. Nope. Yeah, this is gonna be a 6 power trample, so I'm assuming I'm losing. I'm almost interested jump blocking the 4 power creature here. I don't know if I can. I could take 10 now and then 6 next turn. It's gonna be very awkward. So if I jump block now, I mean, I still need to attack through something they might have. Because with the Arcane Archery I can push through some damage, and of course also with the Craving of Yeenoghu. But I don't have enough time to, you know, use all those cards, even if I draw a forest on the next turn. I don't think I will have time to cast another Rabble Rouser though, so let's just jump now. Yeah, this is also a dragon, which means that this thing does double its power. And they have a Rabble Rouser and a Thieving Outcast, so... Okay, well I did draw the forest, so let's attack. The only way I can win here is that, you know, I keep attacking, and maybe I can sneak in some damage with the Arcane Archery. Let's say if they don't block at all, which they don't do. So I need to block on the next turn. Of course, I'm taking too much damage. If I block this guy, I'm taking 6 plus... Yeah, I think I can survive. They go to... They didn't have anything there, so... There is a chance. Sadly, the Owlbear Shepherd isn't going to draw a card. So I need to block the Immolator. It's going to be at least 4 power, maybe even more. This can be pumped 3 times. This is going to be 6 power. This is all assuming they don't have any, you know, way to enhance power. This is going to be 1 power. 1, 7. Yeah, I'm not dying if they don't have. Yep, well, let's play the creature with most toughness, because I do have to jump anyway. So this thing at least cannot be killed with something like Dragon's Fire. Well, that's not actually true, because Dragon's Fire will deal at least 6 because of the Thrakus. So if they attack with everything and have 3 lands in their hand, yeah, in that case I will win. But I mean, they wouldn't be attacking with everything if they have 3 lands in their hand. But this thing does give trample. I have, and if I draw a land, I can also have a Craving of Yeenoghu and this Arcane Archery. But I might of course just lose now. They will definitely, you know, they trigger those double teams, so they will have blockers. But my prevent here 4. They deal currently 8 damage. They're gonna make it into 11 actually, which is now they have a 4th color there. Rabble Rouser and that thing. If I draw a land, I might have been able to win in that case. Now I'm not able to win because I didn't get the mana for the Craving here. Because if they block with the... And they do, so imagine if I... Wait a minute. Okay, so I actually do win here, if they don't have it. Wow. Okay. I was not supposed to win that game, because the opponent had no reason to take so much damage through here, because, I mean, they had lethal attack multiple times for the next turn. They should have blocked with all 3, I think, but whatever. Weird. So anyway, my point was that, assuming the opponent would at least block both of these creatures, I still might have been in a good shape if I, you know, if one of these was a 5 power creature, and if they put the Tiefling Outcasts there, and then I make it into 8 power. But how much did they have alive? Yeah, maybe that wasn't enough. Well, it doesn't matter, but the opponent gave me the win there. That was a reckless, you know, decision to not block with anything else than the one toughness creature. Okay, I kept the 1 lander. I'm not going to keep a 6 lander. Okay, that's fine. Now, what is the card I won't be using here? I think it's a fireball. The craving is very good here. With the Baldur especially. I can start drawing some cards quite soon. Prophetic Prism, okay. Alright, so I get to curve out quite nicely here. Oh, that is not nice. That is such a good blocker. I always hate to see this card when I have a deck that is very aggressive. But whatever. I still have the craving here. I just need these two. I mean, this would be a 5-4. It would trade. There was a... I mean, I could have maybe done the attack there. They can even gain life there now. Because I wouldn't have mind if I... all they gain life, but still get to outside it. Point is that I wouldn't mind... you know, trading with the Lurking Roper, because this would still go to my graveyard and I could be still using it. Now, I don't sadly draw the land here. Now the Fire Beetles has Menace, so they will have to block with both if they wanna block it. And then I can kill the Lurking Roper. Because this doesn't draw me cards yet. So let's do this. Sadly, I can't utilize the you know, pack tactics because it's just gonna be blocked by the 4-5. Okay, well now this is fine. Get to kill them. I got my another Beetles and this is still usable card. I won't be able to draw cards with this because I thought they are not going to block and then I might have, you know, 8 power. I would have 8 power. Okay, so let's... That's how they're gonna play. Well, they might have the annoying thing. Ah, yeah, the Lindworm. Sorry, no, it's not Lindworm. Or was it? The thing that gives 2+1/+1 counters. Because it's very suspicious they don't play anything there. Maybe I should have played the Fire Beetles here. But they have just removal. Okay, in that case, no problem. It was fine. But I could have also played this guy. Baldur. Right. Let's draw a land. I need to be able to block that stuff. Well, I don't draw a land. I can block the 3-3 with the 1-4. It's the most mana efficient play. I don't even have double red here, so I could play the captain and then the craving on it. But without 2 red sources, that's not gonna happen. 3-1 will trade with the 3-3, but I still want to play do the mana efficient play here. I will take the 4 here. Of course, I'm gonna be in trouble if they have pump effects on the Shepherd. But it's not like... Now I could double block, but let's see. It's of course horrible if they have a pump effect. Yeah. At least now it's not a 2-for-1. It wouldn't have been a 2-for-1, but it's still... This wouldn't have died. But of course, I still need to draw my land here to have a chance. They have 3 cards left. Okay, I just can't seem to draw the land. Yeah, I play 16, but I still have 13 lands in my deck, and I have had quite a few draw steps there. Missing it continuously. I did keep it. I mulliganed to 6 and kept 2 lands, so I have drawn 7 cards, and only one of them was a land. They have a black splash with all that stuff. All right. Interestingly, they did not. Oh well, that's the reason. Fine. Now I can't beat them. I need to jump block this guy, and then I'm not gonna beat him. All right. So, what was that? Wasn't able to do much there, of course, mostly because they were able to play their stuff, and I wasn't able to play my stuff. Anything here worth playing, like an improvised weaponry? It does work against this Unicorn, but doesn't work against much anything else they have, so didn't see flyers. Although they are white, but didn't see any. I mean, I still like the cards. I just need to, you know, have a normal curving out, I suppose. I'm not gonna have an Earth Cult Elemental. Not with 16 lands. Yeah, this is fine. Let's curve out, shall we? What's with those splashes again? People splash way more in this format. I mean, other people splash way more than I. Yeah, they had the way to splash, but is Super Plague even, you know, a card worth splashing? I mean, maybe it is if you are splashing some actual bomb there. But I don't know. Let's play this thing. Maybe it can put one attack in. Now I don't want to trade with that, and of course I can't draw the land. That's a shame. That is a shame. They have their lands. This has trample. Yep. Well, I still will block it. Because this is gonna die in upkeep. But they chose to not attack. Are they gonna trade now? Okay, I get to play my 5 Beetles. Be my guest. It has ward 2, so I can't even kill it. And I would never use the band together there. This is fine. Trading with the Wilson is very good. They didn't want to specialize anytime soon, I suppose, because this becomes a pretty good card when you specialize it. All of these modes are really good. Icewind Storm. Oh, that's just a formula 3-3. Be my guest. Oh, okay. I don't know if I needed to play the Valor Singer there. Maybe I didn't, because I could have played another Beatles, but whatever. It's not a strictly better play to have this. It's nice to have now the power boost available here, and then I can use something like a Dragon's Fire or Band together and still have this as a 3 power attacker. Okay, well that's interesting. I'm just gonna play the Dragonborn emulator here. There's not really a reason to. You know, do any tricks, like try to remove this thing. I mean, if they take the 3 there, that's fantastic, and I get to play a 4-mana spell when I have 4-mana available, so that's the best course of action there, for sure. Okay, so are they gonna do something? They have 3 colors, so I mean, no, 4 colors. So they get to gain 2 life, scry 2. Whenever you cast a second spell each turn, exile up to 1. Yeah, this can. Okay, so they have this blink deck, but why are they playing 4 colors? I don't understand. Alright. Well, I have a bunch of tricks here available. I can play both Dragon's Fire and Band together, or just the Fireball, so it's pretty safe to just. They have mana open, so I think I'm still gonna just do this pretty safely. Not do any. I won't be doing the first one. Doing something, I'm gonna just attack with these and see what they choose to do. Double block there. Okay. Well. I'm gonna try to kill this thing. Let's see what happens. Not gonna pump the emulator, that makes no sense. Okay. So now I can play the 5 Beetles and have mana up for the Dragon's Fire. And I won't be doing stuff until they tap out. I mean, removing their stuff. It seems they have tricks available and I don't want to use my instance first. I'm in the, you know, commanding position currently, so I don't need to do the tricks myself. Okay. Let's continue this kind of stuff. Okay, they get some number of 1/1s. Let's see how they choose to block. Okay. Alright, so I am going to kill one of these to save the fire beetles, or at least, you know, maybe they will respawn now somehow. And now they still have, yeah, they are having still something. I would just want to pump this twice to kill all that stuff, but it's annoying if they have a way to. Well, actually, now that I, you know, ordered the blockers this way, that's my only chance. I mean, I guess I could band together the stalwart, but if they have something, whatever. I mean, at least I get to make them use their trick. But this is the only reasonable way I have now. I have to tap out, and now they get to finally do their thing, which is a band together, which is, you know, whatever. At least they are now down to 2 cards, and I still have both of these left, and my fire beetles is, well, maybe not enough with the Valorsinger, but depends on what they have. Pegasus Guardian, well, that needs to die. Needs to die, it will die. There's no trick here, is there? This is at the beginning of the end step. Okay. Well, no, I don't. No matter what I choose here, I just. I'm gonna save the fireball later. Let's do this. And now it's time for me to, I guess, trade with the stalwart here, and then I can, I mean, this the Valorsinger will beat the 1/1 of course. And then I can kill if they have, unless they have like a 6 toughness creature coming up. Well, that's, oh man, that's also very horrible. They get to deploy a 3/2. Okay, well that is just the worst. What? Come on. Okay, that was whatever. Now I'm the one who needs to top deck. Well, jeez, what a turn. They had the 1/1 and then only 1 card in their hand, I think, and now they have, well, whatever. It doesn't matter. Craving isn't doing much now because they have the Death Toucher. I need something else. Need something else before I can do anything useful. This also gives haste, so I can just make any of my creatures I draw. Yeah, sure, I have all that. I think I have to just kill the Lurking Roper now. You know, just to... because I need to deal with that thing anyway. I can kill this with maybe Dragon's Fire. Okay, that's gonna actually be one of the ways to help me win. Especially because I had totally forgot I had that thing. Now this is sadly only 7, even after the pump, and this forces an attack, so I can't really... I know I can post-combat Craving, but it's not worth it. I would be drawing a card, and then this goes to my graveyard. Okay, maybe it is worth it. No attacks. Okay, I draw a card. This has to attack on the next turn. It will trade with the Basilisk, and then I will use this again. But mostly I will draw a card now. So yep. Oh god. Well, whatever. I just drew those lands now. Hey, it was in the previous game when I didn't draw any lands. Why do I now draw everything? I mean, it's not the worst place to be in, as long as I eventually draw something. Well, that's a land, but at least it allows me to get a spell. This gives +2/+1 now, 6/5. They would block with everything. I would lose this. I don't want to lose it because I want to, you know, draw some cards with it. I only need 4 more power. So they get a gate of their own. Alright. Let's first see this thing. Fire beetles. Sure. Let's have fire beetles. And I'm not going to attack now. Oh, if I cast this pre-combat, it has haste and has to attack, so let's not do that, but I will cast it now, so it can attack on the next turn and I get to draw a card. Right now this is a good card. So maybe I can get out of this. Then you can use their... I would assume that you can use their gate now, yep. I have 6 mana available still. But I have some nice tricks here. Apparently I draw all the lands now. Well, this has double team and of course it has to attack. I mean, there's no reason to do anything pre-combat. Let's just attack, see what they do. They're gonna block with the 1/1 and the 2/1. You have something on watch. Well, this gives hexproof, doesn't it? Then it's gonna be a 5 toughness. They have to block with everything, and yeah, well, easy. And if they block everything, I can just use the Dragon's Fire. Okay, finally. Unless they have a mass removal effect. Do I have any party here? Nope. But I have a 7/6. Oh, they haven't. Oh, look, classic cover. I understand now why the black is in the deck, but it's still a double caster. I think it's not enough for them, but yep. So they are like green-white, base green-white. They are splashing for the OG. And then they are splashing for the Super Plague, but not only that, they have the Hourglass Coven, so they need 2 black for that, of course. Okay, so I have now my 13 out of 16 lands, so I have 3 lands and 10 spells left in the deck. Now, well, how do I do it? So this has the Scry 2, and this has the get a skeleton creature token. This gives them +1/+1, so I think I should just attack with everything, maybe, even with the Shepherd. Guess the Fireball makes the... yeah, even with the Shepherd. They will have to double block anything they wanna kill, and now I can... I could kill this guy, or I can, well, I guess I can leave them the 3/3. They might have a way to blink it though, so that's actually something to consider. Now if they had it in their hand, they would have used it because they have the mana to do that. Of course I want my Shepherd to survive. Wait a minute, this is lethal. This is gonna deal 8 + 2. Okay, it doesn't matter then. Let's do, for example, this. Yeah, sorry, I forgot. It will always deal 2 to them, and they're gonna take here now. Well, too much things to think about. I was just concentrating on the fact that how do I... what's the, you know... because there were actually 2 things. First was to do like I did now. They will be left with a 3/3 Coven, which is pretty horrible if they get to blink it. But I get to keep my older Shepherd, which will continue drawing cards. The other option is to kill this Coven, and then these 2 3/3s become 2/2s because this pump effect won't be active, and both of them will die, and so will my Shepherd. So maybe it was better to do that, because then they are left with no board, and they are in a very low life total with me having these and the Linnorm still. So maybe I did the wrong decision in the end, even if this wasn't a lethal attack with the 2 point from this thing. Alright, so Hourglass Coven, I guess they need to find the 2 black. They do have some ways to splash, so it's not impossible, but it's still something I don't expect them to be able to do very quickly. The Roper is annoying, but I have ways to push through it. These things can just kill it. These help me push through it. Cravings of Yeenoghu help push through it. Arcane Archery helps. Band Together can kill it, so it's not really that big of a problem. Improvised Weaponry doesn't kill an Hourglass Coven, so I think my best chance is to try to win quickly, and this is the setup for that kind of a plan. Let's hope I don't have the mulligan and I have a decent starting hand, which I do. So, that's great. They have Steadfast Unicorn. Their deck doesn't necessarily seem... okay, they have basic Islander. Well, they have the Prism, which helps a lot with their colors now. I mean, this is a good card, kind of always, but it's maybe their deck is not them. Not sure which I should do there. Maybe just Rebel Browser. Maybe not the best deck for the Unicorn. They are a bit slower. Okay, they didn't have the 4-5. That's already a win. Now, let's attack. And I think I will play now. The mana efficient play. I won't be drawing cards next turn though. That's kind of a... yeah, let's have another Rabble Rouser actually. I don't necessarily want to trade with this thing. I will play another Rabble, and this is the one that has, you know, double team still active, so I can fill my hand with these things. Okay, are they gonna play anything? Well, let's just first attack. We can double spell this time, that's fantastic. Unicorn isn't usable on my turn, it only works on their turn. Okay, so they have this, which I knew it's in their deck, but of course with the Linnorm I have pretty safe. Well, I mean, it's not even that... I mean, they're gonna do that, so... that is... they're gonna offer 4 damage on it, right? Yeah, so I could save it even. And then I will be able to deal 3. So do I want to kill 3 of these tokens, or the 1-2 and leave them with 2 tokens? It's actually... it's interesting. I guess the 1/1s can be... yeah, I'm gonna kill the Unicorn. Yep. Then this deal 4 I get to... yeah, this will survive now, so... that's fine. Okay, and the sound bug, which was supposed to be fixed, but that was all treachery, it didn't get fixed. Okay, so they don't have second black yet. I hope they don't just drop a swamp and then with the prism have the coven up. Alright, so now I might need to play Hobgoblin Captain, and then... but this is yeah, this has only 3 power. Maybe I can't... this is interesting. 4/4 is blocking most of this stuff quite well. I guess I can attack only with these, and if they, you know, double block, then I can just deal with the old bear. This can be only a 3 power creature, so there's no point attacking with that. I don't have to attack with anything, but at the same time I want to keep up some kind of pressure. I have only 1 time out here, so playing this, I could play it on this. This would be 6 power first strike. They have a couple of jump blockers sadly for it though. And if I do that, I can't really attack with this because they can just block it with 1/1 and a 4/4 and it will die. Just trading with the 1/1, not really where I wanna be. So I guess what I'm wanting to do here is I'm just playing the Captain and the Craving on it, and it can attack by itself. It's a 6 power first striker. They can jump block or take 6. There's no other. Even if they put all of these on front of it, they will all lose, die to the first strike. So they didn't even jump block it. Well, there's not a prism, so now Coven alert. Next turn could be the Coven happening. Oh man. I wonder though why they didn't jump block there. They could have just thrown one of these away to you know, gain 6 basically. But they chose that play, which is, you know, I can still use this. It's not useless at all. It's only 1 mana now. I guess I'll use another Hobgoblin Captain. Craving of Yeenoghu on it. And then I can attack with also this, because then I can, you know, pump. And also I need to attack to give this guy first strike, which is important here. Now if they block the Rabble Rouser, I can pump it. And now they choose to do that. And then now I don't need to pump. Now it's all about them having the Coven or not, because it's gonna be hard to beat it. But I try my best. The Olber Shepherd won't help with its card draw against the Coven. If they don't have the Coven, they are in trouble, because I have a pretty good board now. And I might still beat the Coven, it's just gonna be very hard to beat it. Okay, they attack. This is a no, this is not a warrior. I don't have any. So if they have the Wrath effect, all my creatures will die. I suppose they have only 2 cards left in their hand after that, and I still have these to refill. So because I don't know why would they attack. They have a way to untap it. Yeah, that is the reason. They can blink it. They have the 3/3 that blinks it, or that. They don't have the 6 mana to cast this though. That is at least good. I think they played a land. All right. So that wasn't the most horrible thing. All right. No hasty attackers now. I will play this to have the 6 mana. Now this can also deal 4. That is really nice. I have to play into their tricks. It's not like I can. This also only becomes a 3/3 though. That's annoying. I mean, if they'd have no tricks, I would, of course, would be winning with this attack. If they choose to put the Olber on the Null Hunter and they jump block one of these, I can, you know, this will be lethal in that case. But no, if they jump the 3/5 and block the Null Hunter, then I can deal only 9 damage. No, 9 is enough. Okay, so they have, of course, they have to have something. I'm trying to figure out if the Null Hunter attack makes sense. Maybe it doesn't. I kind of want to play the Rabble Rousers, or maybe just the Olber Shepherd too. Do I even want to attack with this Rabble Rouser? Because if they put the Olber on it... This is so tough. I guess I can throw away the Null Hunter. Fine, let's throw away the Null Hunter. Let's make them use their whatever trick they are gonna have there, and then I can just play, you know, Rabble Rouser and the Shepherd, or double Rabble Rouser and pump these ones or so. Let's see. Okay, that's how they're gonna do it. It doesn't seem like I need to pump. I mean, they're gonna have something for the Olber, right? They're gonna have pump effects or something. I don't know. Well, fine. I will activate it once. Let's make them, like I said, let's make them use their cards. I mean, this is still fine if I can play these Rabble Rousers. There's Arcane Archery gives it. So now I can pump twice. This won't die, but they will take 7 instead of 5, but it doesn't make any sense. I can lose my Rabble Rouser and play the Rabble Rousers number 3 and 4, I guess. This was fine. I mean, definitely I'm happy to have the Null Hunter survive this combat. This was very fine. I mean, as you can see, I have all these creatures and they have only 4 life. If they cast this, yeah, that was just, I mean, what can they do? Even Hourglass Common just means they have to basically block, because all these Rabble Rousers are lethal now. They are at 4. I have 6 lands here, which means I can pump them 3 times. So all of them deal 4. They have to block all those 3. I mean, I'm just talking about the scenario that they drop the Hourglass Common there. They are only 3/3/3s. They do stuff only on their upkeep. So they have to block all those, and then still both of these are lethal as well, because this will become a 4/4. So actually they would have 4 creatures, and I would have 5 lethal attackers, and that's victory there. And now it's time to reboot the program to bring back the sound. Okay, finally I get to be on the play and with a nice hand. Let's see if I can again utilize the craving here to a good effect. Even a removal. I actually don't necessarily want them to have that happen. It's a good target for... Oh, this is dragon. I can deal actually 7 with it. Wow. Didn't realize I have this. You always think that this kind of a card is a worm, but of course in this set it's a dragon. So just... Alright, that's fine, because I can... this is really sweet. I can deal 5 to them. And then this is a good blocker on the 2-1. Now they can of course like kill this bard, but if they do that, they don't have mana to deploy a threat maybe. Well, I suppose if it's a dragon spy, then they can do that. Okay, you find some prisoners. That is... They just do that. Was that the best thing they can do on this turn? They want to hit a 2-drop, which they did. But I mean, they get a captain here. I have a red Yeenoghu here, so I don't... They still have to cast it. I mean, they have to cast it now. It's... Yep, so they have a 3-1. And this will be a first strike. And then I will have... Okay, well, I have a bunch of things. But I guess with the Yeenoghu, that's all I need here. They're gonna block the Inspiring Bard with the 3-1. They are not gonna double block it. I guess they could, but I'm happy if they do. I'll trade with those things and it's fine. But yeah, this now even untaps it, which means that they still don't have a good attack for the 2-1. Now if they kill this, I can still attack for 6. If that's the best thing I can have. Iron Golem. Okay, well that's just... One red mana isn't gonna save it. So... do this thing, I guess. That was a fast game. Well, I curved out and they didn't match my place, so... yeah. So, is there any reason to... sideboard anything? Iron Golem... Still no... Well, I guess this deck has targets for them. But, I mean, this is of 3 toughness, so I saw basically 1 target for the improvised weaponry. This is not so good when you are really not that interested in the treasure tokens. If I had more 5 and 6 mana plays, yes, the treasure token alone would be quite nice, but this deck doesn't really need it. So, again, I think there's nothing reasonable to sideboard, so let's just go with the same plan. Okay, this is a keep. I can play the half-coupling captain, have removal and I can also just draw the forest, which allows me to play also my green cards. And the same story goes here. I'm not gonna give them the 2 cards, so let's get rid of that thing. It's not like I can... Well, I mean, I could try to raise them, play the half-coupling captain, but why would I do that? So that is a target for the... That is a target for the... improvised weaponry, so maybe if I see more of these kind of creatures, I might sideboard it in if I lose this game. Of course, if I win the game, the match is gonna be over. I have a good... Okay, that's just a... I'm sure, my guess. Okay, I can double spell now. So I was able to take them, you know, get rid of their card advantage cards, and now... I still have the craving here. They have you find some prisoners. They can take... Well, they can have more double team stuff, whatever. It's not the end of the world. Plus, I will kill it with band together. So, I basically... They will be playing 3 double team cards. I'm likely killing all of them. And they have still 4 mana with this barbarian, but I don't think they're gonna just randomly sack it. Okay, no blocks. Well, don't really... I mean, there are some things to consider here. I could play the half-coupling captain, and Craving of Yeenoghu hit, and then, you know, this will have first strike, this will be 5 power first strike, this will be a 3-3, because this does give haste 2. That means I'm giving them the 2-2, but with the band together, I actually like that play more. They might have something, but oh well, if they do, I mean, this is just too sweet to not try it. I want to try it. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All the pack tactics. This is not exactly a pack tactics set, because these are like, okay, these are like the one of the few commons that actually have the pack tactics mechanic, but now I'm getting some good work done. That wasn't really, I mean, the double blocks that they would have had, they would have lost the 5 builders if they tried to trade with some of my guys, basically with one of these. Now if they can attack with the 5 builders, they get another 5 builders. Alright, what's this? I mean, it has to be the rat effect, right? It has to be the rat effect. I would attack with everything, but they could just attack with the 5 beetles here. No, an iron club, which I can. I mean, I know they have 5 builders in their hand. I just win now. Okay, that was a weird match. I mean, why would your opponent attack with everything there? They have only one card, yeah. What was this? Well, I mean, like I said, I have had an amazing streak of 3-0 drafts, yet another to add to that. But I mean, my opponents had some very weird plays there. Traditional drafts are just, you know, sometimes a lot easier than something like a premier draft when you are at platinum, diamond, or mythic rank. But I mean, I just like the best of 3 format. I don't like the mythic, you know, the grind to get to qualified weekends. I like the fact I get these play-in points, so I can enter those qualified play-in events for free. So I'm not gonna not play these best of 3 drafts just to get some better opposition. I really don't like the, you know, the match structure here. So I mean, what can I do? If the opponents have questionable plays, then they do. Because I think in the first match, the opponent just gave me the second game that I won. I would have still won the match if I win the game 3, if it had gone there. But still, that was in the first match. And then in the second match, the opponent had like the, you know, the 4-color deck. They had splashes of blue and black that were maybe a bit questionable. But and in this third match, opponent made attacks they shouldn't have made. But yep. Anyway, this is a good showing for how good this card is. This really allowed me to be very aggressive. It's a very good card with these Gnoll Hunters and Hobgoblin Captains as well. And it seems like the deck wasn't, you know, that amazing. Red-green isn't even that great of an archetype if you look at something like 17lands.com data about which archetypes have performed well there. But it can still, you know, work. And I think this Inspiring Bard is a very decent one in these kind of decks that have like, you know, 4 Hobgoblin Captains. You just want to attack with all your stuff all the time, and the +2/+2 can really help there quite a bit. So maybe it doesn't seem like a 3-0 deck, but thanks to maybe opponent quality, it ended up being one anyway. So I will see you in a few days in my next draft. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.